Hello. I am going to give you a little overview from our week together on the chapter on Doing Anthropology, and give you a little preview of the chapter on language. So remember, I'm going to begin and end with this. Learning is evidenced by new and different behavior. And we resist that. Our whole biology resists that because it's easier to stay with what you know than to do something new. And you'll fight for staying with what you know. Okay? So Doing Anthropology, Chapter 3. You took the quiz last week, over the weekend, and then we spent the week demonstrating some new and different behavior through our reading of the body ritual of the Nacirema and an introduction to the barrel model of culture. So I'm going to talk a little bit about Chapter 3. The emphasis you can walk away from for this chapter is that interpretive anthropology, its primary task is to describe and interpret that which is meaningful to local people, their beliefs and their perceptions. And that's what Bronislaw Malinowski gave us. He's the father of cultural anthropology. Clifford Garrett said that cultures are webs of significance. They're meaningful texts that locals constantly read and ethnographers decipher. And those meanings are carried in all kinds of visible and non-visible, material and immaterial culture. It's carried by public symbolic forms like currency, money, dollars, or monopoly money, maps that tell us what's up, and it's carried in symbols of people and of power, in words, rituals, and customs, like the drinking ritual that you all have been working on. So Malinowski reminds us once again that our primary task, our distinctive strategy in cultural anthropology, is to understand the emic, E-M-I-C, insider, emic, local perspective. And the native perspective we call the emic perspective. And that exists in a specific time and place. It's not just everywhere, it's not generalized, it's culturally specific, culturally particular. And we use personal, first-hand observation in a local setting or participant observation to gather that data. Then I'm going to take a little second to talk about the quiz, and then I'll talk about reviewing a little bit of Eating Christmas in Kalahari to talk about ethnocentrism and the role, why the distinctive strategy of participant observation gives us access beyond our ethnocentrism. And I'll wrap up. So every time you take the quiz, you see this door over here? You could open the door. I make a recommendation that you open the door. Now you can accept, decline, or counteroffer. Remember always, when I make a recommendation, a lack of response is not appropriate. You need to accept, decline, or counteroffer. Actually, either verbalize, articulate, communicate that by an email in some capacity so I know that you are present. So the recommendation for the quizzes is that you always read or at least review your previous study notes for the chapter. And I learned from one student that they're using the book underlining. That's not making notes. You cannot use the book, okay? You have to write your own notes for the quiz. I'm asking you to do that on your honor. And we're playing a little game around honor and trust, which you'll discover later. So many of you had difficulty on chapter